Get it done. This is a process that was created to help you all batch process dual enrolled high school official transcripts. Several colleges had reached out to me and said they were having to manually enter each transcript request on SHA or QTC, then running the batch process to print them. This was a very time-consuming process to do at the end of every term. So to try to meet the needs of you all, I've created this process. The process has been created to help you provide high schools with dual enrolled students' official transcripts at the end of the semester. You will have to run the process once for each school. So if you have 5 schools where you're getting dual enrolled students, you would run this process once for each school. Because it may be different when I meet with you all on a phone call, and maybe a different way to do it, but for now this is how we have it. Note this process can be modified to work with any group. So I want you to think about any group that you may be batch processing transcripts that an end user at your college is manually having to enter those requests. And from there, we're going to see if we can actually do this in a batch load instead of having to do it one at a time. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to demo the procedure, the process for you from start to finish. So the first thing the end user would do is they would go to GLB data, and they're going to run a population selection to pull their population. Now I'm using a specific population selection. I'm using a specific population for this demo, but as you're going to learn, you can use any population that you would need to use in order to insert those transcript requests and print out the official transcripts. So for this demo, I'm actually going to use a population selection to pull all my high school students that were registered. And then I'm going to intersect that with a school code, because I want to print the transcripts for one high school at a time, so I don't have to sort all of them. And you're going to see we're going to insert that high school's name on the request. I always put the same thing in parameter 3 and 4 when I'm using 2 prop cells together. Then I'm going to enter an I. And parameter number 5. Student in 6. And I'm just entering in my population selection information. I perform the next block. I'm going to save, and then I'm going to enter the term in which I want to print the request. The students just graduated, they just finished the semester, and I want to send this to the, and then I'm going to enter in the SBGI code of the high school in which I'm printing the transcripts for. Then you perform the next block and you save. And you can look at the output. It's not necessary, but you can. You go to Options, Review Output to see exactly how many transcript requests you're about to complete. You double-click on the drop-down arrow next to the file name. And then you double-click on the .log file, and you'll scroll down and you'll see the number here. I have 99. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of GLB data, and I'm going to go to GKAPEXE. So you go to GKAPEXE. You would enter in the process code that was given to you for your college. Each college has their own process code. Perform the next block. Then you select the compile tree icon on the lower left-hand side. Then you check to make sure this says verified as enabled. You select the execution tab. You change the execution mode to update, and then you enter in your information here. So I'm saying this is Baton Rouge Community High School. I don't know if that's the right code, but I'm just making this up because I'm testing. I put in my population selection information. So this is the selection application with student. The selection ID was SHARQTC _ insert, and then the user is myself. But when you're running it, the user would be you. And then you do run now. You select yes, yes, and then now the process is actually entering in all of those transcript requests, and when it's done, it says completed successfully. Now, I've tested this, but when you first start running this, you may want to take a look. So I go to Option, View SQL Log. I know I have a population of 99, so I'm expecting to see 99 rows were inserted. You perform the next block. And right here, you're going to see 99 rows processed. So that's what you're looking for, to see how many rows were processed. Now I'm going to X out of here, and I'm going to actually go run those transcripts to be printed. So I'm going to go to SHRTRTC. I'm going to perform a next block. For this demo, I'm just going to send it to the database, but when you're doing it, you would actually enter your printer code here with your special print format here. But since I'm just sending it to the database, I'm going to perform a next block. For parameter number 3, I'm going to put HSTR. This is the specific official transcript request format that we created for our dual high school enrolled students. 1 stays in, 2 stays %, 4 is %, 5 is today's date. Then you enter in your address codes. I always enter in as many as I can. The number 7 is yes, 8 is no, 10 is no, 11 is no, 12 is no, 13 60, 15 5, 16 no, 17 no, and 20 is no, 21 and 22 is 30. You perform the next block and you save, and now those transcripts will begin printing to your printer. So that's the process. After that, you can go and pick up the transcripts from the printer and get them to the school.